Hello, good morning everyone. Myself, Dr. Ila Tanna, Associate Professor in the Department of Rog Nidan and Vikruti Vigyan at main campus of Uttarakhand Ayurveda University, Dehradun. So, today we'll learn about the disease Amavata. Let me share you the PowerPoint presentation with you all. We all know that Amavata word is made up of two words, that is Ama and Vata. Vata is Vata dosha, and we have learned the concept of Ama in detail in our last lecture. So, in this lecture, quickly we'll revise about the concept of Ama and we'll see how this Ama gives manifestation to the disease Amavata. We'll learn about the Nidana and Samprapti of this disease, how these Nidanas contribute to initiate the Samprapti and in giving manifestation of the Pratyatma Lakshana and Samanya Lakshana of this disease. After that, we'll see the Pravritta Amavata Lakshana, that is the symptoms which arise when this disease gets more aggravated, that is in severe stage, what will be the symptoms of this disease. After that, we'll see the classification of this disease and at last, we'll study the Sadhya Sadhyata, that is prognosis of this disease. You know that Ama is a resultant of Mandagni. What is Agni? Agni is a key factor responsible for digestion and metabolism. There are three types of Agni: Jatharagni, Bhutagni, and Dhattvagni. Jatharagni breaks down the food into five distinct physico-chemical components, that is Pancha Mahabhutas. After the action of Jataragni, Bhutagni digests their own part of element present in food material and converts it into the molecules that are similar to that of body molecule. So it converts heterogeneous substances into homogeneous substances. After the action of Bhutagni Paka, the nutrients are being formed. Now, these nutrients can be utilized by the dhatus, but they still lack some specific homogeneity so that they cannot become directly the part and parcel of tissues, dhatus. So here comes the role of Dhatvagni. What does the Dhatvagni does? Dhatvagni disintegrates these nutrients into two parts, assimilable part and non-assimilable part, that is prasada and kitta. From prasada, from assimilable part, it gives nourishment to that particular dhatu. Then it nourishes the upadhatu of that particular dhatu and also it nourishes the subsequent dhatu. And from kitta pata, the mala of that particular dhatu is being produced. So, if we talk about ama, then the definition goes like Jatharanala Daurbalyat Avipakvastu Yorasah Sa Ama Sanyako Dehe Sarva Dosha Prakopanaha Ushmano Alpabalattvena Dhatum Adyam Apachitam Dushtam Amashayagatam Rasam Amam Prachakshate. So, due to diminished function of any of these agnis, either Jataragni, Bhutagni or Dhatvagni, at any level of the digestion and metabolism, that inhibits complete transformation of food into desired end product. So what will happen? It will remain in intermediate metabolite form. So this intermediate metabolite can be termed as armor. Now this armor will slow down the absorption process and it will block the systems. It will clog the system. Now, these intermediate metabolites, these waste, neither it can be utilized by the body nor it can be excreted from the body. So, this is termed as armor, and this armor gives manifestation to many diseases. It serves as a root cause for many etiologies. If we talk about Jataragni Mandyajanit Amapradoshaja Vikara, then Ajirna, Vishuchika, Alasaka, Vilambika, Grahani, Atisar, Pravahika are some examples which are created due to Jataragni Mandya. And Jvara, Amavat, Prameha, Medoroga, Pandu, Kamala, Rajyakshma are some examples of the diseases which are created by Dhatwakti Mandya. But now here the question may arise, which factors direct armor to get accumulated in particular sites to give manifestation of any particular disease? The armor is saying how this armor will know that I have to create Ajirna, I have to create Alasaka, I have to create Vilambika, I have to create Amavata or Jvara or Prameha. So, what do you think? Does it happen at random? No. This is regulated by the phenomena called Kha-Vaigunya. Acharya Sushruta has clearly mentioned that Kupitanam hi doshanam sharire paridhavatam yatra sangha khavaigunyat vyadis tatropa means this phenomena is regulated, this process is regulated by the phenomena called Khavaigunya. What is Khavaigunya? Khavaigunya is weakness. Acharya Sushruta says that whenever the aggravated doshas comes into the circulation, they get accumulated, they get localized wherever they find Khavaigunya. Khavaigunya is organ weakness. Wherever there will be organ weakness, wherever there will be weakness of srotasa, these aggravated doshas will get localized and give manifestation to the disease. So, this Khavaigunya is either being genetically inherited or it is being produced by the specific amsha of nidanas. So, in creating Khavaigunya also there is a role of nidana. So whenever you talk about samprapti of any disease, then there would be some nidanas which will vitiate the dosha. Some nidanas will be responsible to hamper the agni and by that for producing ama, and there will be some specific nidanas which will create weakness in some organ or some srotas or some specific sites. So there will be some nidanas which will create weakness, and these nidanas are known as Khavaigunyakar nidanas, right? So now with this brief introduction, we'll move towards nidana and samprapti of Amavata. If we talk about the nidana of Amavata, then Viruddhahara cheshtasya mandagne nischalasya ja snigdham bhuktavato hyannam vyayamam kurvatastata. Viruddhahara, first of all, we'll see the meaning of each term in this shloka. Viruddhahara means incompatible diet. Viruddha cheshta means all those activities which create disturbance in the normal physiology of the body. Mandagneha means the person with inherent Mandagni by their specific Prakruti, or all the causes which are responsible to cause Mandagni. Nischalaha. Nischala means the person having sedentary lifestyle, the persons which are lazy and less active by their nature. Snigdham bhuktavato hyannam vyayamam kurvatas tatha means consumption of indulgence, means exercise after indulging anxious diet. So now we'll try to categorize all these nidanas into three categories. First is production of the factors which are responsible for production of ama, the factors which are responsible for provocation of vata, and at last the factors which are responsible to cause kha-vaigunya in sandhi, because the main site for manifestation of this disease is sandhi. So we'll try to find out what are the nidanas which can be responsible to create kha-vaigunya in sandhi. So just take one by one nidana and try to put it to this category. If we talk about Viruddha Ahara, then Viruddha Ahara is incompatible diet, and we all know that incompatible diet is a main responsible factor for many diseases. It has also been mentioned as one of the etiological factor for Agni-mandya, and by that for producing ama. So Virud Ahar will keep it in a ama producing category, and also in the um, Tridosha Prakopa category. Second is Viruddha Cheshta. Viruddha Cheshta can be taken as all those activities which disturbs normal physiology of the body. So Viruddha Cheshta will be responsible for Viruddha Cheshta will be responsible for provocation of vata, as well as to hamper the agni, and by that for producing ama. So Viruddha Cheshta is kept in both the category, in ama producing category and for vata prakopa category. Third is mandagnehe. Mandagnehe here is taken in two references. The person who are having who are with inherent mandagni by their specific prakriti are more prone to this disease, because mandagni is the main factor responsible for production of ama. From mandagni word here, all those etiological factors can be considered which are responsible to produce mandagni, so they can cause the ama. So mandagni is responsible for production of ama. Then comes nischalaha. Nischalaha means persons having sedentary lifestyle, person who are lazy and less active by their nature. So here there will be hypofunction of sandhi. The person who indulge in very comfortable and sedentary lifestyle, they are less active. They don't do enough physical activity. So there will be hypofunction of all the joints. They won't get mobilized much, right? So hypofunction of sandhi, hypofunction of joints serves here as a kha-vaigunyaka nidanas for sandhi. So we'll keep this nischala in kha-vaigunyaka nidanas categories. Next comes Nigdham Bhuktavato Hyannam Vyayamam Kurvatastata, means Vyayam after having Snigdha Bhojana, exercise after having anxious diet. Now this can provoke Vata as well as disturbs Agni, hampers Agni and causes production of Ama. Now let's see how with these three categories the Samprapti gets initiated. So first we'll see this Samprapti, we'll try to learn this Samprapti through this diagram, through this flow chart. So during Sanchaya and Prakopavastha, there will be Tridosha Prakopa, there will be Visheshan of Agni, and from that there will be production of Ama, and simultaneously the Khavaigunya in Sandhi will also be created. So during Sanchaya and Prakopavastha, Tridosha will get aggravated, accumulated and provoked. There will be Visheshan of Agni which will give rise to Ama, and simultaneously Nidanas will also create Khavaigunya in Sandhi. So now this Vidaddha Ama Anarasa gets absorbed through GIT and circulates in all over the body through Dhamini. So this is called as Prasaravastha of this disease. Due to Vata Prakopa, due to provoked Vata, Ama and Tridosha get circulated through Dhamanis in all over the body. Now you know that this Ama and Tridoshas have come into the circulation. Now where it will get lodged, where it will get localized, you know that wherever there will be Khavaigunya, this doshas and Amakhet will localize. So here these Nidanas have already created Khavaigunya in Sandhis. So these three doshas and Ama will get localized in Sandhi, and you will experience Sandhi Shula and Sandhi Stabdhata. That is pain and stiffness in the joints. And while these doshas and amas are in circulation, they give rise to the symptoms like Angamarcha, Angamarda, Aruchi, Alasya, Gaurava, and Jvara. And all these symptoms are Samanya Lakshana of this disease, and Sandhi Shula and Sandhi Stabdhata are Pratyatma Lakshana of this disease. Now, this disease gets manifested. Now, the same Samprapti will learn through Shloka. वायुना प्रेरितो ह्यामः श्लेष्मस्थानं प्रधावति तेनात्यर्थं विदग्धोऽसौ धमनिः प्रतिपद्यते वातपित्तकफैर्भूयो दूषितः सोन्नजोरसः स्रोतांसि अभिष्यन्दयति नानावर्णो अतिपिच्छिलः जनयत्याशु दौर्बल्यं गौरवं हृदयस्य च व्याधिनामाश्रयो ह्येष आमसंज्ञोति दारुणः युगपत् कुपितावन्तस्त्रिकसन्धिप्रवेशको स्तब्धं च कुरुतो गात्रम् आमवातः स उच्यते. So what happens here? Vayuna prerito hyamah sleshmasthanam pradhavati means due to vitiated and aggravated vata, this ama is being carried out towards sleshmasthana, that is amashaya, sandhi, urah, kantha, etc. Tenatyartham vidagdosau dhamani pratipadyate. Now this ama being retained in amashaya, it's being absorbed through GIT and comes into the circulation through dhamanis. Tenatyartham vidagdoso dhamani pratipadyate means this ama gets absorbed and comes into circulation through dhamanis. Vata pitta kafir bhuyah dushitah sonna jorasah. Now in circulation it's further vitiated with three doshas, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. It's further vitiated by these three doshas, and Srotans abhishandayati nana varno ati pichilah. And being ati abhishandi and pichila in nature, it blocks srotas. It's responsible to cause obstruction in the srotas. It clogs the system. Janayatyasha daurbalyam gauravam hridayasya cha. Because of that, the person feels lack of energy and stiffness in precordial region. Vyadhirama shreyo yesha ama samyoti dayana. Now, these ama anna rasa, after coming into circulation, gives rise to symptom complex. This is the reason it's considered as challenging and very difficult to treat. Now, in coming two lines, there is pratyatma lakshana, that is main symptom of this disease is being indicated. So let's see pratyatma lakshana of this disease. युगपत् कुपितावन्तस्त्रिकसन्धि प्रवेशकौ स्तब्धं च कुरुतो गात्रम् आमवातः स उच्यते. Yugapat kupito means these two factors, both of these factors, that is ama and vata, they get enter into praveshako means entry. They enter into antaha, trika and sandhi. Antaha means koshtha, trika means uh, a joint where three bones get unite, and sandhi means all the joints. So this aggravated dosha and ama, they enter into koshtha, that is GIT. Trika means uh, trika means wherever there is three bones unite, and sandhi. Stabdham cha kuruto gatram ama vatas uchyate. Now, after getting entry into this, they create stiffness in all over the body. Here, trika is the word where the trik can be considered as a joint where three bones get unite. Some of the examples of this trika are wrist joint, knee joint, hip joint, and sacroiliac joint. Now, let's see the Samanya Lakshana of this disease. Angamarto aruchis trishna hyalasyam gauravam jwaraha apaka shrunatangana amavatasya lakshanam. Again, one by one, we'll try to learn the meaning of each symptom. Angamarda means body ache. Aruchi means anorexia, in which the person doesn't feel like having anything, person has no desire for food. Trishna means excessive thirst. Alasyam means despite of being capable, the person is not feel like perform any action. Go. Now we'll see the Samanya Lakshana of this disease. Angamardo aruchis trishna hyalasyam gauravam jwaraha apakah shunatanganam amavatasya lakshanam. Angamarda means body ache. Aruchihi means anorexia, in which the person has no desire for food. Trishna means excessive thirst. Alasya means despite being capable, person is inactive and person has inability to perform any action. Person doesn't feel like perform any action. Gauravam means heaviness in the body. Jivara means fever. Apakah means person is not able to digest the food, so he feels indigestion. And Shunatangana means he feels swelling, edema in all the body parts. So if you analyze this lakshanas and if you try to recollect the lakshanas of ama, then you will find many similarities. If you recollect the symptoms of ama, that is Srotorodaf balabranshah gauravanila mudhata alasya apakti nishtiva malasanga aruchiklamaha. So most of the symptoms mentioned here are the symptoms of AMA, and some additional features are like fever, edema in all body parts and body ache. Now let's come to the Pravritta Amavata Lakshana, means the symptoms which gets manifested during severity of these diseases, when this disease gets more aggravated. सकष्टः सर्वरोगाणां यदा प्रकुपितो भवेत् हस्तपादशिरोगुल्फ त्रिकजानुरुसन्धिषु करोति सरुजं शोथं यत्र दोषः प्रपद्यते तदेशो रुजतेत्यर्थं व्याविद्ध इव वृश्चिकैः जनयेत् सोऽग्निदौर्बल्यं प्रसेकारुचिगौरवम् उत्साहहानिं वैरस्यं दाहं च बहुमुत्रताम् कुक्षौ कठिनतां शूलं तथा निद्रा विपर्ययम् तृच्छर्दी भ्रममूर्च्छाश्च हृद्ग्रहं विबद्धताम् जाड्यान्त्रकूजमानाहं कष्टांश्च अन्यान् उपद्रवान्. Here two words we'll see first. Jadyam means akarmanyatvam and anyan upadravan can be taken as sankocha khanjatva adi. So let's see the meaning of each line. Sakashtah sarva roganam yada prakupito bhavet means when this disease gets more aggravated, takes the more severe form, then it becomes very debilitating, it becomes very kashtakari. Hastapada shirogulfa त्रिकजानुरुसन्धिषु करोति sarujam shotham yatra dosha prapadyate. Wherever this tridoshas and ama get localized, it creates painful swelling, and which are the potential sites for localization of these doshas and amas. So, Hastapada Shirogulfa Trikajanuru Sandhishu. Hastapada Sandhi means metacarpophalangeal, metatarsophalangeal, and interphalangeal joints. Gulfa means ankle joint. Janu means knee joint. Uru means hip joint. And Trika Sandhi, we have seen that it can be taken as lumbosacral joint, sacroiliac joint, and shoulder girdle. Sadesho rujatetyartham vyavitta iva vrishchikaihi. Now there will be severe pain in these sides, in these joints, as if it will be like scorpion bite, scorpion sting. Janayet soagni daurbalyam praseka aruchi gauravam. Now, in coming four lines, you will be able to recognize the symptoms of ama. Janayet soagni daurbalyam means this ama will give rise to the, sorry, Janayet sogni daurbalyam means the person will have less digestive capacity, it will get weakened. Praseka, there will be excessive salivation. This is also the symptom of ama, all of you know. Aruchi means person will have no desire for taking food. Gauravam, person will feel heaviness in the body. Utsaha hani, person will not be enthusiastic at all. Vairasyam, he'll feel the tastelessness in the mouth. Daham, he'll feel burning sensation. Bahumutrata, he'll be having excessive urination. Kukshav Kadhinatam Shulam, person will have abdominal pain and hardness. Tatha Nidra Vipariyam, person will experience disturbed sleep. Trit Chhardi Brahma Murchasya. Trit means excessive thirst, Chhardi means vomiting, Brahma means giddiness, and Murcha means fainting. Hridgraham, person will experience stiffness in precordial region. With Vibhaddatam, person will experience severe constipation. Jadya means akarmanyatvam, means person won't feel like doing anything. He'll feel jadyata, rigidity in the body. Antrakujam, increased vowel sound. Anah means abdominal distension with pain and constipation. Anyan kastan upadravan means person will experience more severe complications like anatomical deformities like sankocha khanjatva adi means contracture deformities and anya khanjatva adi deformities. Now let's see the classification of this disease. There are 7 types of this disease. Ekadoshash 3 types, Vidoshash 3 types and Sannipatach 1 type. That is Vatach, Pittach, Kafach, Vatapittach, Vatakafach, Pittakafach and Sannipatach. Now let's see what will be the dominant features when this disease gets associated or dominated by any single dosha, any particular dosha. Pittat sadaha ragam cha sashulam pavananugam stimitam gurukandum cha kafa dushtam tamadishe. Means pain will be the dominant feature in affected joints when this disease is vatanubandhaj. Burning and redness will be the dominant feature in affected joints when this disease will be dominated by pitta dosha. And excessive itching and stiffness will be dominant feature in the affected joints when this disease gets associated with kapha dosha. And likewise in dvidoshaja and sannipataja type, you can find the combination of these dominant features. Now, coming to the last part of this disease, that is sadhya sadhyata, prognosis of this disease. Ekadoshanugasadhyah द्विदोषो याप्य उच्यते सर्वदेहचरशोथः स कृच्छ्रः सान्निपातिकः. Means if this disease is affected with single dosha, then it becomes curable. If it is associated with 2 doshas, then it becomes manageable. Means it will be the patient will be okay until the treatment is being continued. And if it is sanipatika, means if it is associated with all the 3 doshas, then it will be, and if the person feels generalized edema, patient is presented with a generalized edema, then it will be difficult to cure. So this is all about the disease Amavata. In this lecture, we have quickly revised the concept of Ama, and we try to learn how the Nidanas of this Amavata contributes to initiate the Samprapti and manifest the Pratyatma and Samanya Lakshan of this disease. Then we studied the Pravritta Amavata Lakshana. After that, we studied classification of this disease, and at the last, we have seen the Sadhya Sadhyata, that is prognosis of this disease. Now, just for an exercise, we'll see the Samprapti Ghataka of this disease. So if we talk about the doshas which are being involved in this disease, then 3 doshas. All the 3 doshas are involved in the samprapti of this disease. If we talk about the vata, then samanavayu, vyanavayu and apanavayu is being affected. In pitta, pachaka pitta, and in kapha, kledaka, bodhaka and sleshaka pitta, sleshaka kapha are being involved. If we see the dushya, then rasa, mamsa, asti, majja, dhatu, and snayu and kandara, upadhatu are being vitiated in this disease. Srotas, rasavah srotas, astivah srotas, and majjavah srotas are mainly vitiated in this disease, and also Udakvaha, Mutravaha and Purishvaha Srotas are being involved. Srota Dushti found here is Sangha. Agni affected is Jataragni and Dhatvagni. Ama, that is Jataragni Madhyajanit and Dhatvagni Madhyajanit Ama is found in this disease. If we talk about the Udbhava Sthana, then it is Amashayadbhava and Pakwashayadbhava Vyadhi. Adhisthana, it is Leshma Sthana. So mainly Adhisthana of this disease is Sandhi joints. Sanchara Sthana, you know that Ama is circulated in all over the body. So whole body is the Sanchara Sthana. If we talk about Vyakti Sthana, then Sandhi joints is the main site where this disease gets manifested. Rogamarga, that is Madhyama Rogamarga is being involved in this disease. And if we talk about Vyadhi Swabhava, then this Vyadhi is Krichrasadya by its nature. So thank you all.